God. Sex crimes have horrendously short sentences. Yeah. Guys, the shortest one I actually just heard today. Banned on Twitch for 30 days. It's like telling someone that you have to go to jail in Monopoly. Literally zero real world consequences. Just, yeah, I guess I won't be able to watch my favorite waifu on Twitch for a month. This sucks. Damn it. Nothing on his record, just literally banned on Twitch for 30 days. Guys, I kid you not, I watched the clip from Emiru's stream. It took an hour of deliberation before Twitch staff finally reached the conclusion that they needed to permanently ban him on the platform. Who fucking cares about your shit platform, bro? A woman was just straight up assaulted in front of all of her fans. Young, old. I'm sure there were like younger folks in that line. And it's like, it took an hour just to come up with that? You gotta be kidding me, man. You've gotta be kidding me. I can't believe it. Who are these people? I just want to know who the was sitting around in that office debating on what they should do. Call the police? Maybe? Get the security footage? I could think of a couple other things. Who cares about his Twitch ban? It's crazy, bro. Guys, it's crazy. Every single year at TwitchCon, let me tell you, chat, let me tell you. You know what? I'm a yap. You know what? I've decided I'm gonna yap. Every single year, bro. Every single year at TwitchCon, you could literally be the top 0.1%, but if you're not the top 0.00001%, they don't give a rat fuck about you at TwitchCon. And let me tell you, people were criticizing Emiru for taking the deal, right? Like TwitchCon essentially said, yeah, you can have your own panel and your own event at TwitchCon, but you have to have a meet and greet. And she didn't want to do the meet and greet. Guys, if you have kept up with any sort of Emiru news, she's literally like a super unfortunate magnet for just fucked up people in real life to harass her, right? She didn't want to fucking do the meet and greet, but they were like, yeah, the thing you want to do, we'll only let you do that if you do the meet and greet. And if you didn't know, she had a security guard, a private personal security guard 2 years ago, and he did his job, right? He did his job by grabbing onto a stalker. Did not hurt him, did not cause any bodily harm, just, apprehended him, kept him in the area until the police showed up because there was a stalker fucking following her around TwitchCon. And you know what TwitchCon did to that bodyguard? They banned him from ever being on the premises ever again. And so the bodyguard that you see in the video of Emiru being attacked, that was her bodyguard. It wasn't her preferred personal bodyguard, but that was one of her people. Guys, how the fuck did that guy manage to walk through every single barrier? So if you don't know, TwitchCon is usually set up by like, you have to go through the entrance, show your badge, right? Get through security, scan all your bags and stuff. And then in order to go into the meet and greet area, I believe there's another roped off area where you have to like scan and like prove that you're supposed to be there. Like you signed up for the meet and greets. Because there's limited slots, right? You have to queue for it on your TwitchCon app. But apparently people could just show up. There was tons of people with solo meet and greets that were like, yeah, these people didn't queue at all for my meet and greet in the app. They were just able to walk up and stand in line. So what was the point of having limited spots for meet and greets if anyone could just show up? I mean, that guy hopped through, like, what happened here? What absolutely happened here? In that video, not a single TwitchCon staff member. The only person that did anything was her bodyguard, and the woman that you see appear to help Emiru out of the area was literally, I think her like personal assistant, her manager or something. Again, none of these people are TwitchCon staff. And also, there's multiple POVs of that guy that ran up to her just walking away. No one stopped him. He just walked right out of the venue. No one did anything. The only reason that guy's being punished now is because Emiru and her manager were pushing for it. Like, can you imagine the optics here? Weeks ago, every single like high-profile female streamer was like, hey, we don't want to be at TwitchCon because we don't feel safe. I'm telling you guys, like, female VTubers ever since I started going to TwitchCon for the first time ever, weird shit has always happened, and it's always kind of a given, and it's unfortunately a risk you have to take. But the thing is, like, it's always outweighed by being able to connect with your community. It's always outweighed by the moments that you get to share with your friends. You get to host like cool, fun, stupid panels, and you get to go on stage and be fun and silly. It's a once a year event. You know, like, yeah, there's going to be bad eggs. There's bad eggs everywhere, but we shouldn't hide our entire lives just because like one shitty person. But unfucking fortunately, like, one shitty person always has to ruin everything for everyone. Like, so many times people who are banned in Twitch chats would show up and try to cause a problem, try to say nasty things to their streamer to like make an impact, if you will. And, you know, sometimes if you're a guest at TwitchCon, again, unless you're the top 0.00001%, they don't give a rat fuck about you. You're not gonna security is not gonna escort you anywhere. I remember like when I first went to TwitchCon, I wasn't people like TwitchCon partner managers would lie and say that the Purple Lounge didn't exist. The Purple Lounge is like a higher exclusive lounge for like higher CCV Twitch partners, but the thing is, like, they didn't understand that there needed at least to be another safe space for only Twitch partners and not just like VIP Twitch guests, because sometimes they intermingled because they didn't respect that VTubers are trying to hide their identities. I feel like it was only until like VTubers did a huge push for that shit in the last 2 years did they actually try to accommodate for VTubers. They love to lie and tell you that, oh yeah, this lounge doesn't exist. And I'm like, I quite literally know people that are in there right now. Safest area, furthest away. Also, like, the thing about every like higher profile streamer needing security is like there are so many people that just hover. We call them the hoverers, and it's these fans that just follow you everywhere across the con. They'll follow you until you are being picked up by like an Uber. They just won't leave. And if you tell them like, hey, you know, our interaction's done, like, I'd really appreciate it if you could, you know, go do whatever you need to do and respect my schedule and, you know, keep a better distance. They just are a little further away and you can still see them. It's just so, I don't know. Also, keep in mind, no one's being paid to be at TwitchCon. I don't know what kind of contracts these other streamers are getting, but every time I go to Anime Expo, every time I go to TwitchCon, I'm not paid jack shit, bro. The only thing they cover is the hotel for content creators, and even then, you still have to pay for the hotel. They just give you prorated streamer costs for it. It's like, this is the cost for the hotel if you're a partner and if you have a meet and greet, but you have to do the meet and greet and you have to do a panel. They don't pay you, bro. They also don't, they give you a free ticket and you can buy a hotel room at the partner only hotel. That's kind of it. That's legit kind of it. Most people just go to cons because they want to connect with their community, because they want to like meet the people that have supported them and like give back to the people that have boosted their careers, which is you guys, which fucking sucks because now you're being punished for just wanting that. And also, sometimes you have to pay to be at the convention, which is so annoying, especially it's Anime Expo. Anime Expo's the biggest fucking loser when it comes to having guests. Oh yeah, you can be a guest at our convention, but you have to pay X amount of money to be a guest. And we're gonna promote you like you're super special and that we want you to be here. Actually, you still gotta pay. Anime Expo makes more billions of dollars every single year, and they cannot afford to pay their guests. It's kind of crazy. Same with Japanese guests. You know, all the industry guests that fly from overseas. Nah, dude. You think they get a nice paycheck out of that? Unless you, and this goes for any con, unless you are a vendor or an artist, you are paying. The only reason artists and vendors get any money back is because they break even. They pay like, I don't know, $5K for their booth area, their slot at Artist Alley merch areas, and they try to make their money back. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that so awesome? Yeah. So cool. This is the shit. This is how they treat their #1 female streamer on Twitch, by the way. By letting her have one singular bodyguard, allowing a fan to run up to her and force himself onto her, try to kiss her in front of all of her fans that are waiting in line, irreversibly alter the lives of everybody who witnesses it, and then try to hide the fact that they didn't do shit. Not even her preferred bodyguard. You guys, we cannot, cons, you cannot wait until shit like this happens to do anything. Okay? Like, you had so many chances to not fuck this up. People have been talking about this forever. Guys, almost every TwitchCon party I've been to, something awful happens to someone. Someone always is under suspicion that they've been roofied. Like, I don't know. I don't know how these people like get away with it. There's just no consequences. And I think because of that, it just incentivizes them to continue doing that. Like, TwitchCon is where you want to be to hurt other people. Because guess what? You just get away with it. We just saw this shit happen in broad daylight. Like, millions and millions of people have seen it. And what did he get? What did this guy get? 30 days of a Twitch ban. I can't even make this shit up. I saw that shit. I was like, you have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. 30 days of a Twitch ban. What the fuck does that even do? Like, how does that deter anyone from doing that again? What do you mean it's not a big deal? Motherfucker. I watched the video. It took 5 seconds for literally anyone to do anything. 5 seconds is such a fucking long time for a fucked up thing to happen. Like, all right, not to be a psychopath, like think about how many times you could realistically stab a person in 5 times. Like, if you were a psychopath and you walked up to someone, you have 5 seconds. How many times do you think you could stab them if you were like stabbing them as fast as fucking possible? That makes me sound like a psychopath, but genuinely 5 seconds is such a long time. We don't talk about Christina Grimmie enough. We don't talk about how many times like people will go home and find like weird fucked up shit planted in their gifts that they receive from fans. And the reason no one talks about it, and you don't think it happens that often, is because anyone that has that shit happen to them, it is recommended that you don't pay it any attention. Because if you give it attention, it's what these fucked up people want. They want you to be scared. They want to have control over you. They want to know that they affected you and impacted you in a negative way. These are fucked up people. They like to see you suffer. And they will continue to get away with it, right? Because no, we can't talk about it. If you think this doesn't happen, bro, this happens so often. Like, every time I go to a convention, eventually I will come across a group of people and we are legit just drama dumping. Like, all right, what's up? What's all the weird shit that happened to you this convention? Genuinely, it's just a normal conversation topic. And it sucks because there are well-adjusted people in the world, but unfortunately, like the not so well-adjusted people, they can just do this shit. They can just do this shit. Everybody can witness it, and they can get away with it. I don't know. Why, like, I don't know. I don't even see the benefit of being at TwitchCon. You're not paid to be there. It's just a fun place because all your friends are there and all the other like streamers are there, and you want to meet your community. Like, it truly is like the benefit to con ratio is it's not benefiting me. Does it make me a bad person that I'm kind of upset that Emiru's fans didn't just dogpile the guy when it happened? I think a big thing too is like, you know, deer in headlights, the deer in headlights reaction. Everyone reacts differently to fucked up things that happen in front of them. Also, like, it happened so quickly. It seems like not many people even knew what happened. I'm sure not everyone saw what happened. And also doesn't help that, like, there really wasn't a reaction besides the bodyguard running up and pushing that guy off of her. He didn't try, no one tried to, like, apprehend him. He just was able to walk off. I don't know. It's also so shitty that they don't even name Emiru in the apology, chat. Like, we all saw what happened. They don't want to name her because it's so obvious. They don't want to connect the incident with the TwitchCon brand name. And immediately after they put out that, you know, apology, like, yes, we are aware that something fucked up happened to someone that we will not name. We're sorry this happened. Also, they don't name what happened either. They didn't want to connect what happened, who it happened to, and TwitchCon, because they had too many scheduled sponsorship posts that they had to put out. Awesome. You know what would have actually solved this is if you actually gave a fuck about your streamers and you actually gave a fuck about what happens on your platform next to your name. I don't know. No one, it's just, I don't know. It's the same story over and over again. No one does anything until it's too late. And then we'll mourn and then we'll cry about it and then we'll say, we have to stop this from happening. Why does this keep happening? Well, we know why this keeps happening. It's because we don't do anything about it. We only do anything about it until it's too late. Yeah, this is so sad. We should do something about it. Doesn't do anything about it. Story of my life. Also, guys, I don't know if you know this, but this is not the first time this has happened to a streamer at TwitchCon. Lots and lots and lots of streamers have had weird fucked up shit happen to to them at TwitchCon. The only reason they're doing anything about it this time is because so many eyes were already on them. Like, people were so sick and tired of having fucked up things happen to them at TwitchCon that this was the final straw for them, and everybody saw and they can't get away with it because all roads of prevention were, you know, very, very conveniently put in front of them. They didn't go down a single one of those paths, and they let this happen. Literally, let's not, well, let's not even talk about how many times this has happened to other streamers and how they didn't give a fuck and didn't do anything. The only reason they give a fuck this time is because it looks bad on them. Didn't they say they were gonna have law enforcement there? I mean, if they did, I didn't see it in that video. How the fuck do you, okay, streamers are, I can understand wanting to focus security around entrances and exits, but like, what about when streamers come in contact with people? I feel like bad things happen in bigger crowds where there's a high profile person and a lot of people surrounding them. Wouldn't that be like the obvious place to concentrate a lot of the law enforcement you have? Bro just left. Bro just left. They're like, oh yeah, that guy? Yeah, I guess we'll ban him on Twitch. Oh, that's not enough? All right, here. I'll give you something even better. We'll ban him forever. Yeah? We good or what? Okay, awesome. Go to jail. Pass go. Do not collect 200. All right? We happy here? We good? Awesome. 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 If there was any notable law enforcement present, they should have jumped all over that guy before he left. Yeah, bro should have been immobilized on the ground. Zip tied. Him and the Burbank butt sniffer, cut from the same cloth. Guys, shit like this too, they'll escalate. You think it's not a big deal that this, okay, this also, this guy was huge. I don't know if you saw the video. This guy was actually fucking huge. Bro looked like he was 6'3", towering over Emiru. Emiru's like, what? I don't know, 100 pounds? She's so small. It looked like she had to use all her might to just shove him off of her. And again, no one did anything until it was already over. The guy she already shoved him off of her by the time the security guard ran up and shoved him out of the line. He was actually 3 times Emiru's size. Bro, I don't know. And this is just gonna keep fucking happening. This is just gonna keep fucking happening. And guess what? It's not always gonna be recorded. No one's gonna, not everyone is gonna have this shit like their cameras out ready to record and put out as proof. The only reason we're talking about this now is because there was video evidence of it and it happened to a super high profile streamer. What about all the other times it happened to, like, I don't know, 200 CCV Andy? Yeah, and in Emiru's statement, she said security was fucking laughing about it. It was a joke to them. It was a joke. They do not know what it's like to, like, anything can happen to you at any point in time. And that really just proves that, like, the reaction time of TwitchCon is abysmal. In fact, it's abysmal because there was no reaction. Anyways, I think I hate everybody. And I'm glad that this is an incident where everyone on the internet kind of unanimously agrees that TwitchCon fucked up severely and we need to do something about it. That is the literal only good thing that has come out of this. Like, hey, if you want people to feel safe, you actually have to do something to make them feel safe. You can't just wait until after the fact. It's like watching, it's like being stalked, right? Like you give people all these signs and all this evidence and you know, proof that there's malicious intention, and every single time law enforcement would be like, we can't do anything because nothing's happened yet. Brother, you're watching a murder in slow motion. What do you mean nothing's happened yet? So you're only gonna help me after the fact? You're not gonna stop it before it gets to that point? These things will keep escalating. This is how they treat their top female streamer, by the way. It's like not my place to talk, but how they treat their top VTubers too, also fucking awful. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk on behalf of anyone, but it's the shit they get away with behind the scenes is so evil, genuinely. Anyways,